Your mom gave you tips for everything from breakups to baking cookies, but when it came to PMS, she might have handed you a heating pad, maybe some chocolate, and said, "Hang in there, sweetheart." What she never told you, maybe because no one told her, is that there are actual foods that can make PMS less painful. Not trendy fads, not magic cures, real ingredients backed by science, sitting quietly in your kitchen, just waiting to help. Some can melt away cramps, others soothe mood swings. A few even help before PMS starts, rewiring your cycle from the inside out. And no, we're not talking about just eating healthier. We're talking about surprising specific foods you'd never expect. Like one that mimics painkillers, another that flushes out the bloat, and one your cravings were actually guiding you toward. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a go-to PMS relief guide, one your mom never got to give you. And here's a question to hold as we go. What if the way you feel every month isn't a curse to endure, but a code to unlock? Every month, like clockwork, it begins. You feel a little more tired, a little more bloated. Maybe you snap at someone you love and instantly regret it, and then it hits you. Oh, it's that time again. We call it PMS, premenstrual syndrome, but that term barely scratches the surface, because what's happening inside your body, it's nothing short of a hormonal symphony. In the week or two before your period, your body shifts gears. Estrogen, once high, starts to fall. Progesterone rises, then dips dramatically, and with those hormonal swings come waves of emotional and physical effects. Mood changes, food cravings, fatigue, headaches, anxiety, even digestive issues. It's not just being emotional, it's a chemical reaction your body is forced to ride out. But here's what no one explained. Your body is speaking a hormonal language, and like any language, it can be misunderstood or translated with the right tools. One of those tools, food. Not just as fuel, but as feedback, as communication. Certain foods stabilize your blood sugar, keeping energy and cravings in check. Others lower inflammation, reducing bloating, cramps, and irritability. Some even interact with your brain, supporting serotonin and dopamine to lift your mood naturally. This isn't just about symptom relief. It's about syncing with your cycle, working with your hormones, not against them. And the best part, you don't need a doctor's note, just a few smart swaps and a little understanding of what your body's really asking for. So, what's the first food that helps decode those signals and ease the pain? It's not flashy, not trendy, but it's quietly powerful, and chances are you've walked past it dozens of times. You've seen them on every eat healthy list: spinach, kale, Swiss chard, maybe even arugula. But here's what they don't often get credit for: relieving PMS pain, not theoretically, in ways that can rival over-the-counter meds. The secret? Magnesium. Leafy greens are packed with it. And magnesium isn't just some vague, good-for-you mineral. It helps relax smooth muscle, like your uterus. So when cramps hit hard, magnesium steps in like a natural muscle relaxer. But that's just the beginning. It also boosts dopamine, the reward brain chemical. Low magnesium equals low stress tolerance equals more irritability and exhaustion. Leafy greens restore the balance. They give your brain a lift, your body a release, and your cycle a little more peace. Still not sold on salads? Here's another reason. They're rich in vitamin K, which supports healthy blood clotting. That means potentially lighter, more controlled flow. And no, you don't have to chomp on raw kale. Stir them into soups, blend them into smoothies, sauté into pasta, even bake into muffins. But what if your biggest complaint isn't cramps, but bloating? There's a fruit that tackles puffiness, and you probably already have it on your counter. And later in this video, we'll explore a food that may help prevent PMS if you eat it before symptoms start. You wake up feeling off, puffy, your face looks fuller, your jeans? Forget it. That's PMS bloat, and it doesn't care how clean you ate yesterday. But here's some good news. Sometimes relief is as simple as a banana. Why? Because bananas are loaded with potassium, which helps balance out sodium. Sodium causes water retention. Potassium tells your body you can let go. That swelling, it's not fat, it's fluid, and potassium helps flush it out. Bananas also contain vitamin B6, which supports serotonin production, that feel-good brain chemical that drops before your period. So when you eat a banana, you're not just reducing puffiness, you're calming your nerves and easing that emotional edge. Pair it with almond butter or unsalted nuts. The healthy fat and added magnesium make it the ultimate PMS snack. Still craving something sweet? There's a berry that satisfies cravings and stabilizes mood. Coming up next. And soon we'll reveal the one food your cravings are leading you to, and why that's not a bad thing. When cravings hit, you don't want judgment. You want something sweet, comforting, fast. Enter berries. They're low in sugar, high in fiber, and packed with antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which lower inflammation. Why does that matter? Because PMS inflammation affects not just your body, but your brain. Mood swings, brain fog, fatigue. Berries cool those internal fires. They also lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and help regulate estrogen, supporting hormonal balance overall. Try frozen wild blueberries, high in antioxidants, budget-friendly, and easy to blend. But what if your mood is crashing, energy is low, and cravings are high? There's one more food your body is begging for, and it's probably sitting in your pantry. And later, we'll explore a savory dinner ingredient that can help prevent PMS altogether. You didn't imagine it. You do crave chocolate before your period, and your cravings, they might actually be smart. But let's be clear, we're not talking candy bars or creamy truffles. We're talking dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa, rich, real, mineral loaded. Dark chocolate is high in magnesium, just like leafy greens. It also delivers iron, which many women are low in right before their period. Low iron equals fatigue, dizziness, even depression. It also releases serotonin and endorphins, your natural mood elevators, and contains theobromine, a gentle stimulant that energizes without caffeine's crash. Pair it with berries or nuts to stabilize blood sugar and increase satisfaction. So no, your craving isn't weakness, it's wisdom. But what if there were a food that works before your symptoms even start? Let's talk about that next. Salmon. When it comes to PMS, most people wait until the symptoms hit, then scramble for a fix. But what if the real magic happens before the pain starts? That's where salmon comes in. This fatty fish is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and these aren't just good fats, they're hormone helpers, because omega-3s reduce prostaglandins, inflammatory compounds that cause uterine contractions. Fewer prostaglandins equals fewer cramps, less pain, more relief, but the benefits go deeper. Omega-3s also support brain function, enhance sleep quality, and increase dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical. That means better mood, sharper focus, and more resilience. Not into fish? No problem. You can still get omega-3s from flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, or a high-quality supplement. Still dealing with headaches or low energy before your period? There's a tiny ingredient hiding in your spice rack that can help with both. But before that, let's talk about something even more foundational, a food that quietly influences everything from estrogen balance to how you feel after you eat. It starts in your gut. Hormones don't operate alone. They're part of a conversation happening all over your body, especially in your gut. That's right, your gut and hormones are constantly in sync. And when your gut is off, your hormones tend to follow. Enter yogurt, especially varieties with live probiotics. These friendly bacteria help balance your gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in estrogen metabolism. A healthy gut means fewer mood swings, less bloating, and more stable cycles. Yogurt is also a great source of calcium, which has been shown to reduce cramping, fatigue, and even PMS-related depression. No problem. Look for fortified plant-based yogurts with probiotics and added calcium. Choose unsweetened versions and check the label for live and active cultures. But what if you're already doing everything right and still feeling foggy, heavy, or off? Let's talk about the most overlooked PMS remedy of all. It's free, essential, and maybe the one thing you're not getting enough of. We know it sounds almost too simple, but when it comes to PMS, hydration is everything. During the luteal phase, the days before your period, your body holds onto water. Your kidneys excrete less sodium, digestion slows down, and the bloat creeps in. But here's the twist: not drinking enough water makes it worse. When your body senses dehydration, it clings to every drop, which means more puffiness, more fatigue, more discomfort. Drinking water tells your body you're safe, you can let go. It supports digestion, improves circulation, and helps the liver detox hormones like estrogen. Add lemon, mint, or cucumber to make it more refreshing. Or sip warm water first thing in the morning to gently wake up your system. Sometimes water isn't enough. Sometimes you need something warm, soothing, steady. Let's finish with a cup of calm, straight from nature's oldest remedy drawer. When everything hurts, your back, your belly, your mood, sometimes all you want is something to hold, something warm, something quiet. That's where herbal teas come in. Start with chamomile, a natural relaxant that eases cramps and lowers anxiety. Then there's ginger, known to reduce inflammation, nausea, and even moderate pain. And peppermint, perfect for digestion and calming that tight, bloated feeling. These aren't just folk remedies. They've been studied, proven, trusted, but more than that, they support the experience of PMS, the softness, the slowness you need. Brew a strong cup, sit somewhere quiet, and just sip. Sometimes healing happens in silence. So there you have it. Foods your mom may never have mentioned because no one told her, because no one taught her. But now, you know. And now we ask the real question: what if food was never just fuel, but a form of care, a form of power? Let's go a little deeper. So why didn't your mom tell you all this? Because no one told her. For generations, women were taught to endure, to suffer quietly, to medicate symptoms without ever understanding the source. But today, we know better. Today, we understand the cycles of the body, the intelligence of hormones, the language of food, and we don't have to white-knuckle our way through PMS. We can prepare for it, support it, soften it, with food, with knowledge, with compassion, because the next generation, they deserve to know this too. Here's your cheat sheet: leafy greens for magnesium, bananas for bloating, berries for mood, dark chocolate for cravings, salmon for cramps, garlic for inflammation, yogurt for hormone balance, water for everything, herbal teas for calm, simple, powerful, science-backed, and completely within reach.